Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Joy Renee Intuitive. Welcome to Joy Renee Uncensored MiVidaLoca Podcast. MiVidaLoca is my life story. This is 100% the truth as it happened. I may be discussing topics and sharing scenarios that might be triggering. I encourage you to just simply take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. I'm in no competition with anyone. I don't judge. It's my intention to share my truth. And I truly hope that it helps somebody. And it's been a while since I recorded a podcast because I've had a lot going on in my life. As you all know, we've gone up a few octaves here in vibration. We're all vibrating on a higher level now. The separation between high vibe and low vibe is starting to really become apparent even to people who are not aware or as conscious as us. Where I left off was in 2012 when I met Joel, I believe. And I kind of noticed that I've been kind of really surface level with a lot of the information that I'm sharing. And so I kind of want to apologize for that. I just want to share my truth as it comes to mind. And I kind of wanted to give you all a timeline, like what has, happened, transpired in my past and kind of what's going on now, and what do I hope to happen, what do I see happening in the future, It's just been really difficult. And I don't know how authentic I'm going to be, but I'm sorry if this triggers you. But it's my intention to be as authentic as possible. My authenticity is how I attract my soul tribe. Telling our truth as it is seen by us is so important. It doesn't matter if you're right or wrong. Being right or wrong is so not important. I don't know. I've been going through quite a bit, guys. I've been going to therapy for the past year. Last December, well, it was not last December, sorry, because it's already been over a year. Around December 2022, I got to the point where I was really just wanting to hurt myself. Not really wanting to die, but just trying to release, And I used to be a cutter like a long time ago, as a teen, and early in my sobriety also I did another cutting too. And it's so weird, like no one ever addressed that with me. It's so weird. But then I understood that I was dealing with people who never dealt with their trauma. If you deal with somebody... See, look, people who haven't dealt with their trauma can't see trauma. They can't see the trauma that they're causing to you. Alright? It's kind of unconscious. It takes a lot of therapy and self-actuation and self-exploration and self-honesty to see where we are toxic. Because we're not freaking perfect. Nobody's perfect. It's extremely narcissistic and grandiose to say that, or think that I'm perfect and I never make any mistakes. It's extremely grandiose and narcissistic of me to expect people to put me on a pedestal. Right? So what happened was, I started noticing where I was putting people on pedestals and where I was participating in extremely toxic scenarios. Through therapy, I was able to start seeing toxic patterns. How I've been interacting in a toxic way. What can I do to stop being toxic? Now, the hard part is, when you've been in a relationship as long as I have, over 10 years, I've been groomed the entire time to put my needs last, to put everyone else's needs before me, not to ask for anything. It just not even, and none of this has been outright, don't ask me for anything. This has all been grooming. Okay, so through the years, certain things, certain behaviors that my husband and others have chosen to act have put me in a position of being in a narcissistic pattern. So I'm constantly getting breadcrumbed. I'm constantly in a state of wanting and needing love, feeling really needy. All right. That's not normal, by the way. That's not normal. It's not okay for people to withhold love from you just because they're going through something. It's not okay for someone to continuously withhold love from you because they're going through something. And I'm not talking about once or twice. I'm talking 10 years of patterns. All right? This is constant. It's never any different. Since I've been in therapy, I've been able to see the patterns and try to break them. And when I try to break them, he makes me the villain. I'm the bad guy. So, trying to help him this entire year, he's made me the villain and the bad guy. I literally stayed here to help. You know, to try to better people, to try to better him, to better himself. Because a year ago, when I said I wanted a divorce, his entire family abandoned him. They abandoned him. All right? When he needed them the most, they abandoned him. I saw that. I saw that. You know? That was really messed up. And one of the major issues that I have in my relationship is that I don't have a relationship with my husband. I have a relationship with a third party and my husband. And usually the third party is my in-laws. It's whoever the birdie is in his ear, telling him to punish me. Telling him to punish me for being needy and needing love. You know, let me just back up just a little bit. In January 2018, I lost my dad. He was like the rock of the family. I was like devastated at that time, but I had my mom, okay, and I had support. I had some family at that point, and I had my mom. I was supported to a point. So it wasn't as horrible when I lost my mom. I lost every single support I had. I'm going to go into a little bit of death here, so this is a trigger moment for you. You might want to just skip ahead. But, I went through that shit alone. My mom had dementia. My mom's always been handicapped since I was born. I always helped take care of my mom, okay? And my parents were extremely narcissistic too, because I was always supposed to put their needs before mine, okay? I always put my parents' needs before my own. I always had to be of service. My needs were never validated. My feelings were never validated. No one heard me. No one saw me. I felt extremely unseen, extremely unheard. And I didn't know that it was abusive. Okay? I didn't know this stuff was abusive until after my parents died. And I started dealing with my stuff in therapy for the past year. Because when I was in therapy initially, when I first got sober, I didn't have all the memories. I wasn't as conscious as I am now, excuse me. I'm extremely conscious now about the things that have happened in my life because I've been healing them and healing from them. So when I was growing up, I had to put everyone else first. Okay? My mom was handicapped. She was blind in one eye. She was hard of hearing. She never drove. Okay? She had physical ailments as well. She had broken her ankle. I helped take care of her. You know, when she had her hip surgeries done, I helped take care of her. I was the one that they went to when they needed me. I was always there for them. I always put them before myself. And that's how I was raised. I was raised to put other people before myself. Now, fast forward to my marriage, you know, and my mom and dad. And so when my parents were dying, I put them first. I quit my job. I put my stuff on the back burner and I took care of them. And they knew I would, because I was basically groomed from birth to do that. Right? So I did that, and I don't have a problem being of service, okay? There is absolutely no problems being of service and helping others. I love that. That is my life. But I have to learn that I can't give from an empty cup. I have to put myself first so that my cup is full. And as long as my cup is full, I have an overflowing abundance of love and caring and compassion to give. But if I don't put myself first, then everyone else suffers. My kids suffer because I'm basically giving from an empty cup. And when you give from an empty cup, you're giving frustration. You're giving impatience. You're giving fear. You're giving lack. You're giving greed. You're giving anger. Okay? And that's not what you want to do. I mean, that's not what I want to do. I'm sorry, I can't speak for you, but I don't want to live like that. Okay? Now, when my mom was passing away, it was way difficult. And when my dad was still sick, when I first found out about my dad, a voice told me that my mom was going to go right after my dad. So I expected that. I'm going to be honest with you. That was my higher self, my higher conscious, God consciousness, whatever you want to call it, telling me that. And that was one voice that spoke, and I was able to trust that voice because I felt it, and I knew that it was going to be okay. So when I was taking care of my mom was already extremely frail at the time, and she was suffering a lot of gastric issues. And I was taking her to the doctors and to the hospital and doing my best, and she was on a decline. So I was doing my very best to take care of her, watching her decline. And nothing I could do about it. There was nothing I could do except to support her and be there for me and for her. And you know what? No one was there for me, guys. My aunt, she tried to take my mom away from me. And you know, I didn't need that. I didn't want anyone to take my mom away from me. And that's why I basically just told her to get out of my life. And I did. You don't come in my house and tell me you're going to take my mom and talk my mom into leaving me. No. I had my mom because I had my mom's best interest. I had my mom's best interest. I just wanted to care for her and love her. You know? Because she was my best friend. You know? So, I'm sorry because I haven't really talked about this stuff out loud. This is stuff I haven't talked about. So, my mom had dementia, you know, and the sad part is I took her to a neurologist, and the neurologist did an MRI and told me that she had a 40-year-old brain. She had a 40-year-old brain. So how does a 40-year-old brain go from that to being dementia and dead a year and a half later? You know? I don't get that. I do now. I understand the medical system now better than I did. All right. And a lot of the blood pressure medicines you need to take it. Just double check and get a second opinion. And don't take my word for it, because I can't give medical advice. I can only make suggestions that you check with your doctor. Just look into the medications that you're taking, people. Just check into the medications that you're taking. Check into the blood pressure medications. Some of them aren't the best. In fact, don't even ask your doctor about it. Just do some searches on the medication and what it does and the side effects, and see if there's any class action lawsuits against them. It's really important. This is stuff that you're not going to be told about. This is stuff you have to look for. They're not just going to tell you. Because they make a killing off of you. So, my mom is just on a decline, and nobody's there for me, personally. I thought that my in-laws would be there for me. They were the first people to drop me like a bad habit, you know, and I want to be angry with them. I really want to be angry with them because of the pain that they caused me. I just want to shake them and look what you fucking did to me. Why would you fucking do that? How could you do that to another human being? And when I called them out on it. And my mother-in-law, she hung up on me. Refused to take accountability for hurting me and abandoning me when I needed help the most, when I needed people the most. And they abandoned me. When I called them on it, they ghosted me. And that hurt me more than the death of my mom. Honestly. But honestly, so I had to watch my mom decline. My mom lost her sight altogether. She was completely blind. And then she just started with her hallucinations and stuff. And I can laugh sometimes, but you know, when your mom thinks you're like sticking her in a van, it's so weird. Like, she thought we were putting her in a van or in the garage or something. And we were like, no, Mom, you're in your bed. You're in your room. You know, here's your TV. Here's your remote. Here's your pillows. Here's the wall. Here's your window. And I would like have her like touch all these things because I was with her 24/7. But the whole time, no one was there for me. I never got a break. No one came to help me. And then, and she was hallucinating. She forgot who everyone else was. She never forgot me, though. She never forgot me. The hardest part about my mom was they had a DNR, which is a do not resuscitate, and they also had, she didn't want anything artificial, okay? So there was no artificial food, no tubes, nothing. She didn't want any of it. She refused it. Okay, which was her choice, but you know, it's like, I don't know, guys. It's so hard because on one end you want to have them alive as long as possible, but you also want them to have the quality of life, you know. But ultimately, it was her choice to not have artificial food and artificial stuff, you know. So sorry, I had to deal with my cat. But I'm glad I had the distraction because it's really difficult, you know. I had to literally watch my mom die. And what happened with her was my mom, she didn't want any artificial tubes, so I mean, I had to basically watch her starve to death. Ultimately, that's what happened. It was basically watching her starve to death because she couldn't swallow. And once she lost her ability to swallow, it was just a matter of time. And I couldn't do anything. I couldn't save her, and I couldn't feed her, and I couldn't do anything. And I have to back up a little bit because she ended up falling. You know, she fell when she was in the bathroom. because I had her on her potty, and she fell. She hurt her wrist and her hip. So she went to critical care, or, elderly care, the nursing home, basically. And she was there for about 6 weeks. And we brought her home. I was supposed to have help. I was supposed to have someone come help me. Okay. And no one came. No one came. I called and I was like, why is no one coming? Why is no one coming? And they didn't have an answer, so I switched to a different nursing home and they never came. They never fucking came, guys. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck, guys. No one came. And no one came for me either. No one texted me, how am I doing? They still haven't. Not one person sent a flower. Not one person came to bring me dinner or anything. And I'm sorry, I'm so vulnerable. I don't expect people to listen to this. I know this is mostly for me healing, but nobody came. What the fuck is wrong with people on this planet? To leave a person, I literally watched my mom starve to death and die. And nobody was there for me. And when I called them on it, I told them, I said, you abandoned me when I needed you. It was they were my in-laws. They were the closest thing I had. They were supposed to be my friends. They were supposed to be my family. They lied to me. They fucking lied to me. Okay? Because not one of those motherfuckers ever came. And when I called them on their bullshit, they abandoned me. They told me I was toxic. And they blamed me for my reaction to their abuse. And that is fucking narcissistic. And I refuse to participate in that fucking pattern ever again. My husband don't fucking get it. He plays in that fucking shit. And you know what's really fucked up? Is I put myself last for these motherfuckers. You know? Where am I at still? In the house. I'm still in my house. Because I was groomed and I let him fucking rule my life. I let him. I let my husband make all my decisions. I let my husband influence all my decisions. I let my husband do it. I let him because I was groomed from birth to allow other people to make decisions for me and to influence me and to tell me what I can and can't do. You know? My husband still to this day will side with his family. And I can't tell you how much that fucking hurts me. So it's like, why am I even here, you know? Why did I even choose to stay another year to help him? I didn't stay another year to help me because this has all fucked me up more. I stayed a whole year because my intake was January 18th, 2023. I stayed a whole fucking year with this guy, trying to break patterns, trying to help him, trying to point out where he could, better himself. And he said he was down with that. He was okay with it. He wanted to do it. He's in therapy. And then now all of a sudden, we're back to square one where he's siding with his family. And I'm like, excuse me? Excuse me? So all of the pain, all of the hurt that these people have done to me is okay. It's okay that they took my wedding ring away. When I wanted to go to the pawn shop, you know why I wanted to go to the pawn shop? To get almond milk. You know why I couldn't get almond milk? Because I don't have no money. Because I have been put in a position with no support, no love, nothing. And I did this to myself though. I did this to myself. That is a telltale sign you're dealing with a narcissist. If they tell you did this to yourself. Yeah. Yep. I'm going to say you're dealing with a narcissistic person. I can't say they're a narcissist because I'm not a clinical doctor to make the diagnosis, but I can guarantee that 99.99% of the population has narcissistic tendencies because of the way we were raised and the way we were treated. Yeah. Yep. Hyper independence. Kind of narcissist. Doesn't mean they're a narcissist. That just means they have narcissistic patterns and narcissistic tendencies. A lot of people are not narcissists, but they play like a narcissist and have narcissistic tendencies. This is something that we need to be aware of, hyper vigilant about. We need to catch them because you're not going to groom me so that you can get over on me. And that's basically what it's about, is control. It's about control. It's about controlling. As long as I can make sure all the people, places, things in my life are doing what they need to do, then I don't have to look inside at myself and look at my flaws. But that's not how it works, honey. We all have flaws. We all made mistakes. We've all made mistakes. One of the things that I learned, this is how also you can tell if your family was narcissistic. If you can't tell your mother no. If you can't tell your mom no, she's probably a narcissist. If she's not a narcissist, she has narcissistic tendencies. Fact. This is my expertise, people. This is what I'm going to be helping people with. I could see that shit from a mile away. I just feel like people needed to know that. People need to know what I've been through. It's not fair that I've been completely cut off from people and then expected to not feel anything and not be hurt by them. Excuse me. I am not those people. I am extremely empathetic. I feel everything. I feel everything. And now that I've been alive this long, and I've been in therapy, and I've been working on myself, and the most important thing is to be the best version of myself, it's to learn so that I can share that knowledge with other people. So I can help other people that are on the same path as me. You know? But it's not okay to put expectations on other people. It's not okay to ignore the trauma that you've been doing to other people. It's not okay to blame the person that's telling you that you hurt them and make them the fucking problem and make them the bad person. It's not okay to do that. Guess what? You have a part to fucking play. You have a part to play. And if you don't like that, if you can't stand that, if you don't think you do, if you think you're perfect, then you probably have some kind of narcissistic tendencies here. You might want to go see a therapist and work on yourself. Everybody has flaws. Everybody has something that they could be working on to better themselves. Doesn't matter what it is. The best guru on the planet has a goal in how to better themselves. I guarantee it. Anybody that is successful had a plan for that to be a success. Whatever that is. For me, my focus has been focusing on working on myself, bettering myself so that I can be a vessel and a channel for divine messages. That was because I have an angelic soul, you know? Not everybody is angelic, and that's fine. Not everybody is galactic, and that's fine. Not everybody's gonna be on the ascension path, and that's fine. Not everybody's gonna be in your timeline, and that's fine. There's no reason to judge, point fingers, or blame them, or tell them they're bad. Because they're not doing the same thing as you. They're not on the same path as you. They're not on the same timeline as you. Also, this is one thing I want to touch on. If you're an adult and you are meddling in your adult children's lives, I want you to know that 99.99% you're probably a narcissist and you need to go seek help. You have no right or say so in what your adult children do, see, fuck, breathe, smoke, drink, drive, live, or fucking do in their entire fucking life. I want you to understand that. I am very passionate about this because I've seen it. The problem I have is that I see the fucking toxicity and I'm not allowed to speak it. I'm supposed to just shut the fuck up about it and not say anything. That's not gonna happen. Y'all fucking picked the wrong bitch. Y'all picked the wrong fucking bitch. I'm not here to fucking sit here and take your fucking bullshit. I'm not here to sit here and take your fucking abuse. I'm not here to fucking let you do whatever the fuck you want to me. You don't get to fucking say whatever you want to me. Fuck that. No. I have fucking boundaries. If you're gonna hurt me and make me feel pain and not be accountable for hurting me, I don't fucking want you in my life. I don't give a fuck what the circumstances are. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't care what fucking relation you are to me. If you fuck me over and you hurt me and you don't give a fuck about it and you go on about your life and fucking think I'm the bad person because I'm calling you on your bullshit, you could just see your fucking way out of my life. I don't want nothing to fucking do with it. No, thank you. I'll pass. I would rather have someone in my life that fucking loves me, supports me, wants me to succeed, believes in my dreams, not fucking tells me I can't make it. Who the fuck are you to tell me I can't make it? Who the fuck is anyone to tell you you can't fucking make it on this planet with whatever you want to do? Nobody has a right to fucking influence you on your fucking path. Our parents were supposed to support us in our dreams and what we wanted to do with our fucking life, not tell us what to do. Not break us down, not abuse us, not fucking meddle in our adult life, not tell us what we need to fucking do. No, not who to see, not who to fuck, not who to drink, what the fuck ever you want to do with your life. No parent has a right to fucking meddle in your life. I don't care who the fuck they think they are. They are not that fucking important to you, girl or man, sir, excuse me. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Nobody has a fucking right to tell you what the fuck you're gonna do in your life. If you're an adult and you live on your own, guess what, baby? It's a free fucking world out there. Not only that, you have God and karma to back you up. You think you can hurt me and go on about your life like nothing happened? Yeah, karma sees that shit. God saw that shit, bitch. God saw that shit. God saw all that fucking nasty shit you sent me. God saw all that fucking nasty intentions you sent me. And I sent it right fucking back to you. Guess what happens? Guess what fucking happens? It gets sent right fucking back to you with love. Oh, that's right. With love and a cherry on top, motherfucker, because I hope you make it. I hope you fucking heal. I hope you fucking learn from your mistakes. I hope you learn and fucking deal with your trauma so you can fucking make it. And stop blaming other fucking people for fucking calling you on your own shit that you are fucking accountable for. You are motherfucking accountable for that shit that you did. You fucking hurt another person. You get to fucking deal with that shit. God said, I don't make universal laws up. That's just how it fucking is. I guess this fucking episode is more about a vent, and that's fine. All this shit needed to come out because I've been dealing with my shit in therapy. And not one motherfucking time have I been able to be honest with these bitches because they are too fucking afraid to fucking come over here and own up to what they fucking did to hurt me. Yes, they had a part to play in hurting me, abandoning me when I fucking needed someone. Anyone. I just needed someone, anyone, to fucking bring me a flower, a cup of coffee, a meal, nothing. Not even a text message, not even a fuck you. You know? And these are the people that I'm supposed to respect. These are the people that I'm supposed to love and cherish and want to be around. Yeah, fucking, you're high. You are lost your fucking mind. You have lost your fucking mind. No fucking thank you. No thank you. I will fucking pass. You know? And if you can relate, then fucking, I got you, baby. I love you, darling. I got you. If you fucking gone through this shit, please reach out to me. You are the reason I'm fucking sharing my message. If you relate to anything that I say, then you are the motherfucker that I'm meant to reach, and I love you. I love you. And I'm here for you. I fucking cherish you. You have no idea how amazingly majestic you are. That the devil has to send his demons after you all the time to tear you down. Fuck them. Don't let them do that to you. Don't let them do that to you. Don't let them keep their attachments, because that's what it is. It's attachments, y'all. These people got fucking nasty attachments. Nasty. Because they don't want to deal with their shit, they just keep it. Ew. No, thank you. I'll pass on all that nasty fucking energy. All I want is to heal and be a better person. That's all I care about. I turn my life and my will over to God every single day so that I can be a better person, so I can help the next person. I'm here to help the next person. Okay? So if you really want to hurt me, mess with me, fuck with me, ignore me, think you can hurt me and get away with it, good luck. Good luck with that. Because God said no. God said no. No. Nope. Alright. Now that I got that shit off my chest. After my mom died, it was awful, you guys. I was literally by myself. And it really hit me when they came to pick up the equipment, you know, the hospital bed, the oxygen, you know. They come pick up all that stuff. End of life stuff. And I never got any help, you guys. The only time I had any help was in hospice, like the last fucking week or two of her life. I did everything else by myself. I did everything else by myself. Took care of my mama until the end. And I know that she was extremely grateful, because I know. But my mama also held on. She held on and held on and held on longer, because she was waiting for people to show up who never came. No one ever came. My sister never called. My aunties never called. My oldest never called. No one called. No one came to say goodbye. Except for a couple people, you know, and I'm extremely grateful for them to come. They were the only ones. And my auntie and my cousin, they made Christmas happen that year, because without them, I wouldn't have had a Christmas. And we got evicted a month later. And we had to move. And then we ended up coming here into this apartment in 2020. And I've been here ever since. And this is where my awakening happened. My mom passed away on December 18th, 2019. Almost 2 years after my dad. And I feel like all that was meant to happen, you know. Shortly after her death, though, that's when I had my full-on awakening, and my first set of downloads came in, and that was Easter 2020. But I think for now I'm going to end it here, because I needed to get this out. I needed to get this. When I first got sober, my counselor told me and taught us in lecture, and multiple times stated that we're only as sick as our secrets. We're only as sick as our secrets. That means if you can't talk, if you can't say something, if you're not allowed, something's wrong with that. Okay? Something's wrong with that. Reach out, get help. Okay? I'm here for you guys. I'm here for you guys. You don't have to grieve alone. You don't have to do it alone. Okay? Don't do what I did and just let people fucking abandon you like that. Don't do what I did. Don't do what I did and let people do that to you. Okay? If this resonated with you, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you soon.